Hi, my loves. Let's talk about content that attracts high level clients to you. Very magnetic, right? Most likely, you are speaking to many people in your content. Like you speak to the masses. I'm sure you've heard this before. Instead of speaking to one specific person, which is your ideal dream client, of course. So this is a totally different energy than trying to get your posts and your reels, to go viral, right? When you go viral, that doesn't actually bring in clients because, again, you speak to the masses, right? And when you start speaking to your ideal dream client, that's a totally different energy. And that's what we're going to talk about today. So how do you do this? How do you make that shift to become super specific and detailed and clear in your content? Meaning your client that will read your posts and watch your reels or whatever it is, or hear you speak, will know that you are their person, right? Which is what you want. Content that attracts high-level clients only works when you embody a level of confidence in yourself and in your work, and like that level of power, right? That people can literally feel through the screen. I'm sure you have experience with this. When you follow people that you like, you feel that through the screen. When you're on Instagram or other social media platforms, you literally stop, right? And you may be a little bit triggered even. And that's that level of confidence and power and magnetism that I'm talking about here. That's what you want to exude. I can't think of the word. You know which word I mean, right? That's what you want to bring forward when you show up online. And that is always your starting point, that the embodiment, the inner work. I love, that's how I always call it, the inner work. That's where you always want to start with this, okay? So whatever you do on the inside, right, it always reflects in your outer world. Quantum physics, manifestation, right? We all know this, but it's hard to do. And this is why I don't just teach strategy. You can have all the right strategy. You can say all the right words, and you can have like the perfect reel templates, whatever, and have perfect post graphics. But if your content is too general, right? If it feels weak or it doesn't land deeply with your dream clients, they will just scroll past it, right? What we just talked about, like it doesn't scream that level of magnetism and confidence and power and authority that make people just stop in their tracks, okay? And, on another note, if it was just strategy, right, we would all be millionaires already, because the strategy that brings in clients, right, you can find all this for free on the internet, okay? So it's not just strategy, right? Or not what you want to lead with. Strategy is important. And of course, I teach strategy, right? But it's not what you want to lead with. And especially when you want to draw in those high-level clients that you're so ready to help, right? And they are so ready to create the results that they desire. This is what you want to lead with first. And then the strategy follows from there. So that's what we're going to talk about. How do you do this, right? I'm going to give you three steps that you can apply these today and kind of just play around with your own business, right? I obviously can give you your unique business tips for this in this live stream, but so these are general. But you can apply these to your own unique business, run with it, and see how it works, okay? So the first one is embodiment. Of course, love embodiment. This is always what I start with my clients and with myself too. When something just doesn't work or you want to change something in your business, always start with strategy first. And here's why. You I'm going to just ask you a few questions. I feel like that will land a little bit better. Do you believe that clients are out there right now for you? Do you feel super confident in the way that you are helping your clients? Do you feel super confident about your work, about your processes, about your methods, frameworks, right? What have you? Are you in love with your content? Are you in love with when you're showing up? Like when you speak about your work, are you really like, oh, yes, I just have to do this today? Are you like that? How are you showing up? Are you showing up from a place of, okay, I'm just checking this off the list for today? Are you showing up from that really deep desire of, I want to serve these people. This is what they want to hear today. This is what they need to hear even deeper, right? What are your general thoughts and feelings when it comes to yourself, when it comes to your work, when it comes to how you're showing up, and when it comes to drawing in clients? What are your main thoughts and feelings around that? And then do those thoughts and feelings align with what you actually want to be thinking and feeling when you have the thing that you want? Okay, so those questions, like, they will give you a really good idea of how embodied you are in your power, are you being in your confidence, right? Does that make sense? This is what you want to start with. The second step is dream client work. So I have a specific method, like framework for this in my one-on-one offerings. But basically, who's your ideal client, right? Who would you love to work with? Are you actually speaking to them in your content? Can you become even more intimate with their desires and their wants, right? Can you really get into their head? Can you become much more specific and clear in how you are talking about helping them get to where they want to get to, right? Can you be much more clear and intimate and specific? What does that look like? That will look like people saying to you, oh, it sounds like you're in my head, right? It sounds like this looks like you writing your post and then going over your post again from the lens of your dream client and making edits accordingly. So it makes sense. It's simple. It flows better. It makes sense to her. It's based on what she wants, what she desires, what she is struggling with. And then your tips and the value that you bring in your posts will help her get to where she wants to get to. And then your offer is that next logical step. Does it make sense? So the third thing here of how you're drawing in high ticket clients to you is content work, sales. Are you selling your offers, right? Are you talking about your offers most days with your dream client in mind? How are they going to know that you and your offer exist if you don't show up and talk about them, right? So they all tie together. It's like this little framework, overarching framework to bring in these clients and for your business, but also your day-to-day activities, right? It's so simple. It's so easy, right? Does this make sense? So what this does, these 3 steps, and of course there's more, what this does, it creates authority, right? And you want your content to scream authority. And because then what that does, right, is you become so magnetic to your dream clients. They can't help but come back to see what you have to say, right? Reach out to you in the DMs about working with you, about what offers you have, paying you, right? And that all starts with you being so confident and you being in your power and embodied in your work and who you are, right? And from there, the strategies change. From that place, you are being different. And when you are being different, your doing becomes different, right? And the beautiful thing is the doing will become so much more efficient, because what this work actually does is create more time for you, but also more money, right? Because you do your work, like writing content, showing up online, what I'm doing now, writing your newsletter. You do it more efficiently and faster because you know exactly who you're talking to, you know exactly what to say, you know exactly what she needs to hear, right? You become, it just becomes second nature. You're just showing up. You just get it done, basically, with so much ease and flow and fun. And you draw your clients to you, right? It's really this win-win situation that happens when you start applying this exact framework, okay? This is what I do in my one-on-one spaces, like longer term high-level coaching, but also in my 10K months intensive, which is a 1 month intensive, super like low, like accessible, right? Anyone can sign up for this. I will tell you effortlessly what you can change in your business, in your offers, in your content, so that you can start making 10K months. Okay? DM me for details on either one of them. I'll guide you in the right direction. I hope this was helpful. Apply this today. See what happens. Let me know if you have questions. Yeah, I'll see you in the DMs. I'll see you soon, and I'm sending you much love.